You know, some people come to work every day to do their job, and then there are some that go above and beyond. Dedicated, diligent, persevering, and a true hero are just a few adjectives I can use to describe Miss Ronit Rioven. Teaching psychology, Miss Rioven understands and knows the effects of mental health. She understands how it can disrupt your life, finding it hard to deal with daily life, and making it hard to do your job. But when Miss Rioven comes to work, she continues to be a comforting and encouraging human to all who have come in contact with her, including students, teachers, and parents alike. She has been a hero to so many in her career, including myself. Don't be fooled by her small stature, okay? She has more heart and passion than anyone that I know. She epitomizes what it means to be MSD strong. It gives me great honor and pleasure to introduce someone who really needs no introduction, Stoneman Douglas's Teacher of the Year, Miss Ronit Rioven.
I'd like to thank the Academy for this Oscar. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, this is not the right venue for that. 1 second, please. Ah, here it is. Good morning. I am honored to be standing in front of all of you today, and I feel privileged to have this opportunity to speak to you at your commencement. I would first like to extend a couple thank yous before I begin. To my mom and dad, Sarah and Simi. I cannot begin to express how blessed I am to have such amazing parents. You have been there day after day and always made sure my life would turn out well. I thank you for your years of guidance, encouragement, tremendous love, and words of wisdom. I love you. To my husband, Reed, and beautiful boys, Roman and Ruel. Reed, thank you for being the strength I needed when I felt weak, and for your endless love and support in everything I do.
Love you, babe.
Love you. Roman and Ruel, you are the sparkle in my life that keeps me going. You have no idea how much I love and adore you both. Keep being beautiful, you. I love you. I remember.
Wave, Ruel, wave.
I'll get myself back here. I remember almost 20 years ago, sitting in an administrator's office at Stoneman Douglas for my interview. And just before the interview was over, I was asked if I was hungry. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means in the context of a job interview, it is not, do you want some lunch? It is simply, how badly do you want a job? It also means it may not be exactly what you want, but it is a job. Well, I wasn't hungry, I was starving. And so, I got the job. Fast forward to June 2019, and I'm still here today. I never imagined I would still teaching 20 years later, and more importantly, I never thought my starvation would lead me to discover my passion, teaching. You see, over the many years I've been teaching, so much has changed, but the one constant that remained is hunger. After 4 years of teachers giving you lessons, permit me one more. I've been teaching at Stoneman Douglas before all you graduates were born. So, I've got a few morsels to help you stay hungry. It's hunger that keeps you driven. It's what pushes you to strive for more, for better. It's the strong desire to satiate your intellect, but it can gnaw at you if you don't fulfill what you know is possible, but never aim to do. And if you aren't cool with my advice, well then take Post Malone. I'm hungry, I'm ready to grow. I know what it's like to be an angsty teen, standoffish, careless, naive, unaware of all that's going on around you. If I could have seen it in my earlier years, I wish I had recognized how important it was to take care of relationships. You all have your Snapchats and Twitters, interested in who farted through their thumbs onto a blinking screen of likes. In this infinitely connected world, I encourage you to connect with people. Not through the internet and your preferred social media outlet, but through actual human interaction. Shout outs to Club Rio, past and present. To the social studies department, my peeps, double taps. And to those who have touched my life by being a part of it, you know who you are. I love you. As you move on from Stoneman Douglas, cherish your people, your groups. As you move ahead, find new people, new groups. The relationships are essential. You never know when a human will drop back into your life, or when a human will drop into your life when you least expect that you seriously needed them. My parents moved from Israel to Brooklyn to the south side of Coral Springs. Part of my childhood included growing up in Springs. The block we lived on was full of children, and many hours were spent playing outdoors. Manhunt, roller hockey, basketball, creating the choreography for a dance on roller skates, things of that nature. Little did I know, one of the children on my street would reappear on the street in my new neighborhood after more than 35 years. Of course, as an adult now. What happened? Life happened. We lost touch, and then life comes full circle when you least expect it. You see, this discovery, this reconnecting, happened after a tragedy, when I needed it, when she needed it, and when her daughter, who is sitting among all of you ready to graduate, needed it. Our reconnection helped us get through the trials and tribulations of this last year, and I'm thankful for that. Be open to relationships, to making connections, to human interaction that you may not think much of, that may come back when you least expect it, but absolutely need it. Former Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir once said, "Create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life." To the students that have come into my life, I have been more than happy to teach, to guide, to nurture, and to love you. And the bonds we forged are based on qualities I hope you are happy to live with all your lives. If not for your contributions over the years, I could not have contributed this year. Getting through 4 years of high school can be painstakingly difficult, yours especially so. Your class is incredibly strong. This is the point where maybe I'd shout out your specific accomplishments of individual strength, but being strong is to persevere. You made it. You are now exemplars of healing, hopefulness, and harpooning hardship in the face. It's not just you who showed strength, it's your teachers. Another pillar of Stoneman Douglas strength. We kept this school together, you kept us coming and we are strength. At this time, I would like to recognize our pillars of strength, dedication, compassion, resiliency, beauty, intermittent grace, charm, and ferocity. Teachers of Stoneman Douglas, would you please stand? And a quick note to my personal pillars of strength. The Social Studies Department, led by Sandy Davis. I have said this before and I say it again. Being a part of the Social Studies Department has been a huge part of my being. And the closeness we share is unique and special. You are a huge part of my heart, and the relationships and strength we have has proven to be remarkable in so many ways. It is in part what helps fuel my hunger. I'm grateful to be among you. At this time, I would like to recognize my stellar social studies family. I love you guys. Would you please stand? A community thrives as we learn how to maximize our strengths for the betterment of everyone. We build a better humanity when we know that our strengths maintain, sustain, and then foster our relationships. John Lennon of the Beatles shares a little tidbit of his childhood. When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down, happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them they didn't understand life. Lennon is telling us that our lives, our humanness, is more than what degree we earn, what job we work. It's what we value. Value happiness is his suggestion. Value hunger is mine. I don't know your hunger, but mine is to be here now with you. Why? For the strength you have exhibited in the aftermath of tragedy, for showing motivation to move forward and continue to reach your goals, and for the acts of humanity so many of you have displayed and continue to do so. For me, that comes from Project Grow Love, a blooming memorial garden for the community where we came together to help people feel better, find peace, and make something beautiful. Taking humanity beyond the everyday expectations. Do more, be more. Do better, be better. Hunger for humanity. While this ceremony honors the completion of a task, I'm here to remind you that so much more is out there. Life is about more than completing tasks. It's about identifying values. Value your relationships. Value your strengths. And value our humanity. No matter what tasks are ahead of you or what tasks are behind you, you can draw upon your relationships and strengths to persevere and succeed. For as John Lennon also reminds us, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Love you all. Rioven out.